So we've talked about the importance of full contract and relax of your pelvic floor, but do you really know which part of your pelvic floor is strong or weak? I'm gonna give you an exercise today to start to think about those 3 sections of the pelvic floor and to start to go a little deeper with your own testing to see what kind of work you need to be doing. Do you need to be doing more Kegels and strengthening, or do you need to be focusing more on the release and relaxation side of it? The first thing I want you to think about is the 3 holes here at the bottom of our bodies in our pelvic floor. So if we think of those 3 sections, front, middle, and back, I often talk about those blueberries. And what we're gonna do is go through a set of Kegels in each of those 3 sections to see which one feels stronger, weaker than the other. So if you think of this front section right here, or stopping the flow of urine, this is often the way that we are taught to do a Kegel activation. As you breathe out, can you think of lifting just that front section or stopping the flow of urine? So inhale, release, exhale, lift and engage just that front end. Really close up here to your pubic bone. Inhale, let that go. Take that one more time. Exhale, lift. Inhale, release. Now you're just gonna make a mental note here. Does that feel like you have full range of motion? Can you feel it turn on? Can you feel it turn off? Do you feel nothing at all? Jot it down, just make a mental note. You need to know that for the next few exercises. Then what we're gonna do is head to the back end. So if you think of this as a sensation of passing gas or stopping yourself from passing gas, I tell my clients, imagine that you're standing in a crowded elevator. You have to pass gas. What do you need to do in your body to make sure that that doesn't happen? As you breathe out, can you exhale, lift up through the back end of your pelvic floor? Now, many people will clench or squeeze or tuck their pelvis as they try to get into this back end activation. I want you to maintain a nice neutral spine, neutral pelvis, sitting up tall on those sits bones, not going into that tuck. Inhale, exhale, back end. You can also think of visualizing those sits bones coming together. Inhale apart, exhale together and up. Great. Now we're gonna go to that middle section. And if you think of the sensation of drawing up a tampon, drawing in a penis, the exit for your baby, as we exhale, can you draw up just through the center? Inhale, release. Take that again. Exhale, just through the center. Inhale, let go. You might not be able to feel a difference between those 3 sections, and that's okay. I want you to make a note of that as well. So then go back. This is your pelvic floor investigation, and I want you to determine, do you feel like you have a full amount of strength front, middle, and back? Does one end feel weaker than the other? Where is it that you need to do a little more strengthening? And maybe, for example, if you feel like you don't have a lot of activation back here, when you start to visualize your pelvic floor lift, maybe you have to zip from the back to the front versus thinking of that draw right up through the center in order to get the muscles to strengthen in the proper way. Try to put all 3 of those sections together. Pubic bone to sits bones, or pubic bone to tailbone, sits bone to sits bone. We've got those 4 corners. Exhale, draw them together. Try to lift them up with an equal amount of strength. Inhale, try to place them all back down. And I've given you a few images to work with throughout the course of this platform. If you are having a really hard time feeling your pelvic floor, sometimes it helps to sit on a soft surface. So if you have one of those big birth or yoga balls, you can sit up on a yoga ball. You can sit on a smaller Pilates ball, or you may need to sit on a hard surface. So you can sit on a hard chair, a hard floor. You can also grab yourself a towel, and wherever you're sitting on that hard surface, put that towel right underneath here. So as you lift up through your pelvic floor, you feel it pull up off of the towel. As you breathe in, you feel it kind of compress down into it. The other trick is to take a finger and just insert it about up to your knuckle, and then exhale, draw up, inhale, let it go. So I want you to take a little time to go through this activation, check in with all 3 sections of the pelvic floor, see what areas you need to be strengthening, what areas you might need to be releasing, and know that because of your connection to your pelvic floor, you're gonna have a stronger pregnancy, delivery, postpartum recovery.